Hey guys, Raven Vash here. Welcome to Dark Pyro Invasions episode 3. This will be the last episode featuring this build for now, as I want to show you guys other stuff, other builds that I've been making. So this invasion was against a lone host. He's using the Old Wolf curved greatsword and a Black Knight shield. So against lone hosts, unless they are drinking, the tactic is always the same: is to chip away their health, while not taking too many risks. You want to build a big health lead. And I wanted to show you guys how this build fares in a very small room like this one here in Idritril Dungeon. So he changes up for the two-handed moveset, and because I think he understood that his shield will let up some, will get some chip damage from the partisan. Now I want to go for the katana as I have a good health lead. I want to parry him. So I tried to do the R2 into the parry, because I didn't think he would be willing to trade, but he is, and that's good for me as well, because I have a big health lead. So katanas are really good for these kind of mind games, because he doesn't know when I will pull the trigger and he starts panic rolling. And I'm able to get the anime finish. So a good counter for this pyro build is using fast weapons, especially straight swords, because it's really hard to reaction roll against straight swords. And taking damage with this build is a big no-no. So this invasion was a very fun invasion. It was a 2v1, which was basically a 1v1 because spoilers, I got rid of the Sunbro quickly. So I'm trying to free aim the black fire orbs, but I noticed that the projectiles, when I'm aiming too far away, the projectiles disappear and I'm just wasting FP, so I stop it. And I don't know if they have noticed me. The host has, but I don't know if the Sunbro has seen me. And I don't want to go down there because I want them to engage Wilhelm. Chaos is always on the invader's side, so I'm waiting for them to make their move. So the host greets me and I'm fine with that, but I'm always keeping tabs on the Sunbro. I don't know if the host wants to duel me or if the Sunbro is trying to flank me. So I take the initiative and go for the jumping attack on the Sunbro, but fail. So he's using the immolation tinder and pyromancy, which does not make a lot of sense. So I go in with the partisan, and the running attack plus the 2 R1s are faster than his one-handed swing of the immolation tinder, and I'm able to cause enough pressure to make him jump off the ledge, and I kill him fast. By the way, in this area I almost always use a silver cat ring. It's real useful here, especially in the beginning of the level near the bonfire. So now I want to fight the host, and he had waited for me to get rid of the Sunbro, so I try not to sneak attack him. And I immediately know that he knows what he's doing. His buffing of the Onyx Blade between my Black Serpents was really well played. So at this time I go for the Witch's Locks, which is usually good counter to the Great Swords. And we start up our our attacks at the same time. He's using the blindfold mask, so I'm using it as well, and that means I take extra damage from Dark, and he does as well. So he catches me with two black fire orbs, and then I panic roll, and he manages to R1 me with the Onyx blade and pop my Tears of Denial. So now my priority is to heal, and he doesn't pressure me. I think he really wants to have a better fight than this. So I go again for the Witch's Locks, and he gets the spacing on me and gets two R1s in me. And I'm at like 20% health again. So I need to change up my combat style. So I go for the Partisan, and I go for what I like to call like a high mobility fighting style. So I attack between his swings. And the only attack that's really dangerous to me, it's his rolling attack, because that comes out really fast. And here he goes for the R2, one-handed R2, and he catches me. That Onyx blade has amazing range. So now he wants to drink, and I go for two black flames to punish his healing. Now the tables have turned. He's now very weak, and I have the upper hand. But he does not panic roll at all. So he's keeping his composure, and I'm trying to be mindful of when I attack. I try to mix things up. And he's one shot for being killed, but he keeps a very cool head. And then he rolls into me. He knows I'm gonna roll away because of his rolling attack, and then he rolls back. So this was really well played from him. So I keep this poking playstyle. It's been working well, and I want to keep doing what I'm doing. So at this point I have to maintain a fine balance. I want to keep the pressure on because I don't want him to heal, but I also don't want to get hit. So now he understood what I can and cannot do with this playstyle. So I need to change things up again. So now I go for the Witch's Locks again. And Witch's Locks is really good on reactive play. Whips in general are very good for it. And now I get my spacing right, and I manage to hit him. Now I go for the jumping attack, and he rolls away very well. Now the Witch's Locks sometimes go through objects, and I'm banking on it to get the kill. And it goes through the roof and manages to hit him. So this was a really cool fight. I really enjoyed this invasion. This invasion was against a lone host, and was a really interesting invasion because of two things. First of all, lone hosts can be the hardest invasions, especially when they are near the bonfire, because they will have tons of Estus, especially against a caster build, because we have to split our Estus between regular Estus and Ashen Estus. And second of all, because it's against the meme swords. And everybody seems to think that the meme swords are a bad weapon. I don't think that they are. I think it's a very good weapon, but usually the people using them are really bad players. And this guy also has a straight sword and a Cestus combo. So I'm doing what this build demands, and I'm being reactive, and I'm trying to keep him at range. and I'm hoping that he doesn't chug, because if he does, I'm in deep trouble. I don't even know if I have enough Ashen Estus to keep a ranged fight for that long, for 14 against his 14 Estus flasks. And now he drinks, so now I'm thinking that I'm in big trouble. Also, the Pyro build has a very little tolerance for mistakes, so 1 or 2 mistakes and I'm dead. He can do a lot of mistakes and still heal through it. So he's changing up his combos, he's not mashing L1. And I keep trying to whittle down him a little bit. Now he goes for the trademark 180-degree L1 turn, and I think he was just as surprised as I was, because he didn't follow up with another L1. So now the idea is to go around his attacks, but he still manages to hit me. The meme swords also have insane phantom range, and they are really hard to bypass by running around them. Same strategy, I try to go around his combo, but somehow he staggers me. He doesn't hit me, but he staggers me. And then his hyper armor takes care of the rest, and I take a huge amount of damage. So he gets cocky and I get 2 R1s in him. They don't make a lot of difference, he's wearing heavy armor, but it keeps him at bay. So I'm getting low on Estus at this point. But I mean, the odds that I win this fight are not very big with this setup. And now he changes up for the straight start. This was really well done, and I panic roll and he almost one-shots me with the combo. But then I do the unexpected and go for a shit ton of black flames, and I manage to kill him. The only reason I won this one was because he thought that I would panic roll back or try to heal. By using Black Flame, I surprised him and managed to kill him. Nevertheless, I was really lucky in winning this one. So this is the last invasion of this video against Dominic, and this was an interesting 2v1 on Archdragon Peak. I managed to get behind the party, and I know that they haven't seen me yet, so I tried to go in and surprise the opponents. I used Black Flame, which is my biggest punishment. The katana is faster than the Fried's Great Sight, which is a really slow weapon. I will feature that weapon in a future episode. So now I want to have the mobs behind me instead of in front of me. But then the host changes things up with the seed. Now I want the opposite. Now I want the mobs to be behind them. So I back up to heal and see what I can do. So probably the Sunbro it's an inexperienced player, and the host is showing him the ropes. So this attack starts with the unlocked R2, one-handed R2 with the katana, which has good range, and it frees my Pyromancy Flame to use the Black Flame, and I managed to quickly kill the Sunbro. In invasions, a lot of things can happen in mere seconds. So now I want to do an experiment. It's really easy to parry this weapon art. You block the first hit, and then you parry. And I was trying to do this with the katana, and I don't know if it was my mistake or not, but I don't think this is possible. So I go for 2 R1s to keep him at distance and give me time to heal. So this guy has an interesting build. Anakiri and Frida's Great Sight it's a cool build. nice fashion as well. So, against Frida's great side, you always have to respect its weapon art. It's clearly the strongest part of his of this weapon. And I go for the Black Fire Orb bait. You can use Black Fire Orb like that. You throw the Fire Orb, and then you go with the Partisan for all catches. I go for the charge from neutral just to see if that would hit him. It was a wild guess, and it did not. So at this point he decides to change things up and go for the Gael's crossbow. But he doesn't, I don't think he has bolts for it. So I'm worried, I don't want him to get me around the corner, that's why I turned around. And here I should have rolled, so it's a stupid mistake. Now I go for the Witch's Locks. As you've seen before, the Witch's Locks sometimes go through objects, and I want to see if the Witch's Locks go through the pillar, but they do not. So I'm getting a little bit low on Estus, and so this fight needs to end up quickly. And we end up trading, but the trading goes largely in his favor. He swapped for the Ring Knight Spear. And spears are very good on the back foot because I managed to hit him first before he hit me, and then I immediately went for the charge to pressure him. Now he only has a sliver of health and he's running away. So I managed to hit him and poke his butt for the kill. Thanks so much for watching, and next episode will be a Fire Witch cosplay, which I think it looks really cool. So see you next time.